we're here with, of course, the infamous, one of the icons, WWE Hall of Famer, the Prime Minister of the Python, and the innovator of the DDT, Jake the Snake Roberts. Awesome speaking with you today, Jake. He has been embarking on the Unspoken Word Tour, which we definitely want to get into. He's got some dates coming up in this weekend in my area, in Bangor and Portland, Maine, which, of course, people have... we've been doing some co-promoting with our buddy Ian Stewart, who I went to high school with. It's going to be opening up for you. I wanted to start off with a little bit of wrestling first, if that's cool.
Yeah.
So, of course, you got your start back in the 70s and kind of ran through the territories with Mid-South, Mid-Atlantic, Georgia Championship Wrestling, WCCW. So back then, were you kind of cognizant of the fact that you were making a name for yourself and was heading to New York or the WWF always kind of the goal?
No, that was never the goal. I think my goals were pretty simple. It was just have a good match. Well, I had 2 of them in a row, then 3 of them, then 4 of them. I loved wrestling. Passion was just so deep, and I just fell in love with it. There's no greater feeling than performing in front of live venue, and fans are right there with you, and you're able to play the game with them. It's such a great feeling to walk the ring with all the people clapping and cheering you, and 10 minutes later you can walk out of the ring and have them all hating you, simply by what you do. And I love doing that, being able to take people on that exciting ride up and down and around and back. It's like a roller coaster for them, and to be the commander, to be the captain of the ship, and take them the directions you want to, when you want to. It's just an awesome experience.
Yeah, you really became one of the, I guess, icons of one of the biggest boom periods ever, and a lot of your rivalries really stand out as some of the greatest, if not of all time, of that time period, at least, with Ricky Steamboat and Rick Rude and Randy Savage. Now, I know I have my personal favorite, which would have been a little later on, the Savage feud, but is there anyone in particular that kind of stands out as your favorite?
Not really, man. I have so many favorites. I was blessed, man, to be given the opportunity to run with it, at a time when, it was on fire, We were going out every night, in front of 10, 15, 20,000 people. And, Steamboat and I wrestled each other 91 days straight, and nearly killed us both, But we had a great time doing it, and, it was just, it was all a blur. It really was. But, looking back now, man, it'll never be duplicated. That part of time is gone. It really is. And it'll never be duplicated because they don't have the talent available to do it. For number one, the guys today, I feel sorry for them, man, because they're really put in an impossible situation. They really are. They go to a gym for 6 months to a year, and then they're put out there and told, okay, this is your opportunity to make it. Good luck. You better get it done, or somebody else take your spot.
Right.
And they're being pushed into the ring, and they're not even ready. None of these guys are ready. Nobody can cut an interview. Because they simply haven't had time to learn it. And they haven't had time to be in front of the people and to learn how to work in front of the people, learn how to manipulate the fans, learn how to learn the ring psychology. They're just not getting the time to learn it.
Right.
And of course, there's not a whole lot of people that can teach you that either. But, that was the bad thing about all those little territories going down, man, is that was the breeding grounds for your great talents.
Right.
And without those breeding grounds, you can see what you get, man. These guys aren't working hard because they're working a lot harder than I want to,
Yeah,
But Bottom line is they just don't have the opportunity to learn their trade. And that's a damn shame.
So one guy that actually got to learn his trade, as you say, would be Stone Cold Steve Austin, who you played a pretty instrumental part in the launching of his career, whether you meant to or not. So what were your thoughts on his infamous Austin 316 promo, kind of at your expense? Was that something that...
Well, it wasn't my expense. It's part of the business, man. I mean, that's what we were meant to do. You know, I mean, hell, I think they really missed the boat when they didn't go with Austin's 10 commandments, man. You know, it'd be like, thou shalt not kill thy mother, and thou shalt not kill unless you're really pissed. You know, they should honor thy mother and father unless they're assholes. You know, thou shalt not covet thy neighbor's wife unless she's really hot. You know, they could have sold a gazillion of those shirts. But no, Steve, when I met Steve, he was Stunning Steve. Give me a break.
Right.
And I was writing television, and Vince McMahon said to me, he said, well, you know, he'll be a mainstay second or third match. I'm like, are you kidding me? This guy's your next superstar, Vince. He's like, okay, no way. I'm like, really? And I was writing television at the time, so there was no surprises with the interview. There was never a surprise with Steve. I mean, Steve was calling me. I was going over each one of his matches, night after night after night, trying to get him to a place that he felt good and he felt like it was the right character. The Stunning Steve was not the right character. The Ringmaster was not the right character. You know, give me a break.
Right.
So I finally got him tuned in to doing what he felt good with and making sense with, and I feel great to Steve. You know, it feels good anytime you can say, Vince, I was right. That's a great feeling. You know, and I damn sure nailed that one, didn't I?
Yeah,
but then I nailed a bunch of them, man. I've taught a lot of guys over the years, you know, whether it be the Road Warriors or helping Shawn Michaels even, whenever I came up to the idea of, ladies and gentlemen, Shawn has left the building, you know, which pissed people off for, you know, it's just silly shit, but you gotta know psychology, man. It's simple things that make the moves, man, that make the things go boom. And that's what you try to teach these guys, but they just don't get it. So, no, man, having fun, that's what I'm about, man. And, now I'm doing it with doing the shows I'm doing, you know, it's spoken word. I can go out and talk about things that happened 10 years, 20 years, 30 years ago. And they're even funnier now, you know, and to share those with the fans is great. And what's also good about it is it helps my brain keep working. Because, to be quite honest with you, there for a long time, my brain was really close to just shutting down completely, man. Because, you know, my whole life was about drinking and doing a drug. That was it. And, you know, so you quit thinking. So if you don't use it, you lose it. That was certainly what was happening to me. I was having speech problems, and but now that's gotten better because I'm doing it again. And it's so good to be out there doing a show, and then all of a sudden you remember one you'd forgotten, you know, and oh my God, I gotta tell that story. Holy crap, that was funnier than shit, you know, and you just go ahead and throw it out there, and I don't know, it gets a big reaction. Me for being so excited, I'm about to pee myself, and I remembered it, or the fans that are listening to it going crazy. So it's a win-win situation for me.
So back in 1998, you know, you had left the WWF, obviously, and WCW at the time really was reaching out to any and everybody that ever had a name. And your buddy down in Dallas, along with Raven, they ran a storyline where they kept kind of referencing you, but never actually mentioning your name. Was there ever any overtures made to you to come in for that angle?
No. I'd already had my problems there at WCW with Bill Watts, and I was not going back there. So, that piece of shit, I didn't want to go that route.
So that was kind of what made the first run with WCW, because I thought your rivalry with Sting came off really well, but it was Bill Watts at the time.
Yeah, he's just a piece of shit. I don't even want to give him the airtime, but I don't want to talk about him. It's just not worth my time. It's just me in a bad mood. But I will say that when we're out here doing these shows, man, you never know what's going to come out of my mouth, because I just kind of run with it. So, hopefully I won't go on to a Bill Watch tangent. Usually it's just MF this, MF that. That's what that MF was. But, I want to encourage the people that do come to shows. If you're having a problem with addiction or alcoholism, and you want to talk to somebody, just raise your hand, man, and let me know for sure that you want to get with me, and then after the show, we'll go find a quiet place and we'll sit down and talk, man, see if I can help somebody. That's what I'm about. And the guy that comes with me, Alex Ansel, he's lost 140 pounds now, man, and he's kicking ass, man. He started out at 550.
Who actually, I've seen some of his comedy work. He's very funny as well.
Yeah, he's hilarious, man. It's like I told him, dude, every day you're alive, you better start counting them, man, because you're not going to have that many. And but now he's moved in with me, and we're really staying on the juicing, and he's getting in better shape every day. Like I said, 140 pounds. He lost 100 pounds in 100 days, man. If that doesn't scream commitment, nothing does.
Exactly.
And now he's also finding out how much fun it is to help other people. I'm telling you, man, that's going to be the biggest secret out there. That you could really have a good time if you help other people. It's really what a concept. You talk about making yourself feel good. And then, I get letters all the time, man, from kids or stuff. They're like, hey, Jake, thanks for helping my dad, blah, blah, blah. And man, it makes you want to cry, And it's like, hell yeah, man, I helped somebody. That's so freaking awesome, man. And I'm going to keep right on doing it, man, because it's the right thing to do, number one. And number two is it feels good.
Yeah, definitely not enough of that going on in this world today.
No, man. And take care of each other, man.
Exactly.
All right, what else you got for me? Because I don't have a long time. I've got to get up and get out of here. I'm flying out tomorrow. I'm running errands.
All right, we'll wrap things up here with, of course, you're going on the couple more questions. We're going on the Unspoken Word tour, and you already talked about it a little bit. With comparisons to being able to still perform on stage and stuff like that. Is that what really attracted you to embark on this tour?
Having fun. That's basically what got me back out there. That, and it's healthy for me to be out there because I'm keeping my brain working. I'm making it remember things that been long forgotten. I'll be out there sometimes, and next thing you know, I'm up there laughing to myself. And what are they laughing about? Oh, sorry, folks, I just thought of another one. And it's good to pull that stuff up, man, because it's stuff that like I said, long forgotten. But when you exercise your brain and your body, chances are you're not going to be feeling too bad, man. And so going out and sharing all these stories, and it works for several reasons. Man, it's making me healthier, and there's nothing wrong with laughing, man. It's a good time.
How much of that came from doing the DDP yoga? Because obviously there's the physical changes, but it really seems like your whole mentality has really turned around.
Oh yeah, well, my mentality's changed, man, because I'm happy. I've never been happy. I thought I was happy, but I was just surviving, man. All those years I was in the ring, I was just surviving, just getting through the day, because I was a miserable, angry, hurt, scared little boy. That's what I was. And, it was dying slowly and punishing myself as I did it. Right. And, to perform as much as I did, and to take the injuries that I had, because I give a little bit more than I should have. I take it a little too far. Too many headshots. I took the test and everything, and we finally settled on a number. It's like, well, you probably had 2 or 3 concussions a year. Right. Okay, you're right. I'll agree with that. At least 2 or 3. That doesn't sound too bad until you multiply it times 40. And I wrestled for 40 years. Well, wait a minute. 40 times, holy shit. That's 120 concussions.
Yeah.
Yeah. I've got issues. I've got a couple of spots on my brain that we have to take tests for about every 3 months to make sure they're not growing, because we don't know exactly what it is. I've beaten cancer once, and it comes back. I'll beat it again. But I'll tell you something, brother. If you can beat addiction, you can beat cancer.
Yep, exactly.
No doubt.
All right. We got a couple more here for you before we get you on the road. I know you got a plane to catch. You're going to be here in my parts tomorrow for Bangor Fest.
Yeah.
So,
yeah, I got a lot to do before I go. 2 more questions, bro. Fire them at me.
So, of course, you took part in, I guess, your whole recovery process, and Scott Hall got to join you along the way and really started turning himself around. Did have a little bit of a slip up recently, but that's to be expected. Did you kind of reach out to Scott and offer up any words of wisdom about continuing to plow through?
Absolutely. Sure, man. He's going to keep fighting it. You know, I mean, it's really weird because when we first started this thing, I was the one that was slipping up. I slipped 5 times in the first year and a half, and it was devastating, man. I didn't know if I was going to be able to make it. And it was so frustrating. I get so angry. You know, and it's not like I'd go out and get drunk or anything, but, you know, if you go out and have 2 or 3 drinks, you're still not doing what you set out to do.
Right.
And, you know, the more sober I got, the easier it was for me to see how much I changed when I drink. I always thought it was everybody else. No, I was the asshole. Okay? You know, I thought it was everybody else, though. But, you know, the cleaner you get, then you start picking up on some of this stuff. I just didn't want to drink anymore, period. And it's so frustrating when you're, you know, holding on to the seat of your pants trying to say no, and yet your legs are taking you right to the damn bar. You know, and, but like I said, in the first year and a half, I slipped up 4 or 5 times. And Scott made it clean, man. He didn't slip up at all the first couple of years. At all. Not once. Not once. And then all of a sudden, man, you know, we started getting him. And he's had several slip-ups. He knows what it's going to do to him. It'll kill him. You know, Scott's not a healthy guy. He's got a pacemaker in his chest, and he's got a defibrillator in his chest. And when he gets to drinking, brother, he don't give a damn. You know, I've seen that defibrillator go off on him and drop him to the floor. And then he'd get right back up and pick up another drink and keep right on drinking. You know, it's a death wish. You know, it's self-hate. It's what we do. It's what alcoholics do. It's what drug addicts do. And, you know, Dallas is still right there with him too, man, trying to help. And Scott has just got to keep after it, man. You know, you never lose until you quit fighting.
Yeah, they only live around they live around the corner from each other now, don't they?
Yeah.
So that's got to be a big help for Scott, having that support system right.
Yeah, it is, man. And, you know, that's why I stayed there for 4 years. Because I didn't feel safe. You know, and I still do certain things that help shore up, you know, the realization is I don't need to be alone. You know, 61 years old, I don't need to be alone. If I get lonely, if I get alone, the old brain starts working and the attitude starts to come out, and you know, I start thinking about the past, and I really start hating. And once I get to where I'm hating good, I'm ready for a drink, bro. So I just don't let that opportunity come up, man. I've got my daughter. One of my daughters lives with me and works for me, and I got Alex living here too, man. Because you know, you can call it what you want, man. I call it smart. You know?
Yeah, that's great to hear.
Surround yourself with people, man, and don't let the old devil in, man. I mean, hell, you know, do whatever you have to do. Just don't drink.
Well,
that's it, bud.
Obviously, we all know that DDP had a major influence and quite possibly saved your life. So recently it was revealed that the WWE is working on a DVD set for him to come out early next year, which has kind of led to some rumors that he might be going into the Hall of Fame. So what would that mean to you personally, to see this guy who just gave you so much to, I guess, finally get the credit that he really deserves?
Well, he deserves to be in the Hall of Fame just for his work ethic alone. So this guy is, you know, I was there in the beginning when he got started, and I helped get him on his way, and I still school him on some stuff, you know. But no, it would mean the world for me, man. And he certainly deserves it, and many different reasons, you know. Yeah, I certainly hope he does, and I hope the DVDs come out and make him a shit ton of money. I wish him the success and everything that he does, man, because, you know, I'm so grateful to him because, number one, getting sober, but it was really huge for me to get sober before my mom passed, and, you know, that meant a lot to me. And it's been tough without her. It's horrible without her, and I still catch myself picking up the phone trying to call her. But I'm just so glad that I was able to get clean before she left this whole world, and you know, it just means a lot to me, man. And you know, we got a few surprises that we're going to spring on people as we go along. I've got a book that's going to be coming out in a few months, and I guarantee you it's going to grab the world by the short hairs. It's like 600 pages, and that just gets me through my career up until the point that I went to the WWE. So I probably got 200 or 300 pages left. So that may have to be book 2. So we'll see. But I guarantee you it'll be a book like no other. Because number one, I'm just going to talk about me. That'll probably ruin these other guys' books because they won't have anybody to talk about. Seems like all the other books are in them anyway, so what the hell, you know. But it's going to be some great stuff. And, you know, I still got my eye on Hollywood, too, man. I still think I could do that. And I met some people this last weekend that are really interested in getting me out to, I couldn't believe it, back to Atlanta to do some stuff on different TV programs, and I'm not at liberty to say right now, but you know, I've also I'm about to sign a contract for one of the major casinos out here to start doing my comedy out here in Vegas, you know, so it'll make it a lot easier on me not having to travel. I can just do the show 5 times a week here. So, that's going to be awesome, man. We're going to meet the people tonight that want us to come to Binion's. And, like I said, we've got several of them to meet with because there's some other people that want to see what I've got, too. So, Caesar being one of them. There's several of them, but we're going to find the right one, man, and we're going to continue this whole road, man, and I'm going to keep throwing it out there to try to help people, and we're going to do that, and hopefully I'm going to get into some colleges this week. I did Texas A&M, but I'd like to get into more colleges this week. I think I've got a lot to offer, and for some reason, these young kids don't mind listening to me, you know, which is pretty funny. I don't know if they're scared that I'm going to go to snake on them, or they just like me or freak, or what. I don't know. But whatever it is, we're going to keep throwing, man.
Well, there you have it. You heard it here, folks. The next Vegas show and next New York Times #1 bestseller.
There you go, bro. And next, whenever I get close to that book, I'll give you a shout, and we'll go over it, man, and we'll have some more fun, bro. Hopefully you'll see the show this weekend. If you get a chance, and you are going to come out, I hope, if you have time.
Yeah, definitely looking forward to it. Ladies and gentlemen, he's
All right, bro.
got more dates coming up in Spokane, Tacoma, Poughkeepsie. So
Yeah.
check out JakeTheSnakeRoberts.com. Jake, once again, thank you so much, and it's been an honor, sir.